Oh my goodness, why is this in the way? Ay, ay, ay. Oh, that's just wonderful. Let's see if I can slide it. I forgot my glasses. Oh well. I gotta fill that up. I'll get just a minute here. Really? All right. Well, yeah. Get started here. Just check some stuff out here. So anyway, this is gonna be real quick. Just wanted to check in with everybody. Oh, excuse me. Indoors, it is. I forget what the wind chill, what the temperature even is. Can't even be outside at any point. It's just so gosh darn cold. Um, so some things. Um, so tomorrow, the tomorrow the new front tires for the Buick look like they'll be showing up tomorrow. So I may do a unbox type of deal with that. They are the factory size tires for the front. Um, when we put the tires that are on it now, they're the wrong series, so they're skinnier than they're supposed to be. So found some options for the right size. Oh, sorry. Excuse me, guys. So they're the right size and have a bit of a sport tread. At least I thought they did. So we're going to those will be coming here tomorrow. Um, also, huge shout out to Colors in Emmaus, Pennsylvania. Um, I haven't seen Will in a while. I stopped off there today because of an issue I'm having with the Corvette with the paint cracking, especially on the hood. Um, I had talked with a painter at work, and they said about a flex agent, whatever that you can add to paint, which I vaguely heard something about, but never really pursued it. So I actually, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm sorry. Excuse me. It's a flex agent. So you put it in. Apparently, you mix it with the primer and the base and the clear. So that way, if you're on a substrate like fiberglass, like a Corvette has, and it flexes, um, the paint will flex and not crack. So I was able to get some of that today. So when um, we decide to redo some of the paint on the vet, I will be using that. We will be trying that out. We'll be putting videos up of that when I do that. And we'll see how that holds up over time. If that prevents the cracking of the hood. I'm at the point it's either this works or I'm going to just sand it all down and use a vinyl insert. I'm not quite sure which yet, but that's kind of where I'm at with it. Of course, want to make sure it's running 100%. So I'm still not 100% sold on this carburetor deal for the vet. I'm still back and forth if I want to do the sniper throttle body fuel injection on it, like I had before, which it ran unbelievably well with the Holley sniper setup. So wait and see. Although that should not affect painting. However, so that will be in the spring. Will be that will be one of the first couple projects we do. We'll be sanding down that area on the hood of the Corvette, remasking, repainting, refinishing the whole deal, using that flexor additive in the paint to help prevent cracking again, and on the roof because there is a crack on the black stripe, the black center stripe on the roof. I mean, so I'm at the point I might uh, have to redo that as well with the flex additive. So, which I may redo the roof anyway because there's a bubble in it, and uh, it shouldn't bother me because it's a daily driver vet, but it nevertheless it's there. So I may do redo the whole roof. I don't know yet, but I definitely want to get a cracking situation resolved on the hood of the vet. So that'll be one of the things after we paint the Buick. So um I want to give a huge shout out again, Colors in Emmaus, Pennsylvania, especially Will there. He's always taking good care of me. I have not done much painting this past in 2025 due to obvious reasons of just the way this year has been. Just a challenge with my dad and his health and eventual passing. Things with my mom getting her situated. Just now with my own health, I'm having a little bit of issues. Nothing major, just some things that I need to address before they become bigger problems. So, the goal, looking forward to 26, is going to be hopefully more track time, picking up the spray gun and getting some painting projects done, possibly depending how things go, maybe do some custom stuff with the Ram. I don't know yet. We'll wait and see. There is a candy blue I like. I'm thinking about, but it's very expensive. There's also the situation with housing and having a shop, so we're working on that as well. We'll see how that pans out for that. Obviously, that would take precedence over any uh, painting that doesn't have to be done. So yeah, mostly the painting in a race is kind of my goal for 26. Um, but anyway, getting back to Will and his guys, great bunch of guys. PPG paint is what they deal with, their whole line and everything. They went out of their way today to help me out with the Buick. I'm looking forward to how that's all going to transpire. I'm really blown away by those guys. As soon as the weather gets nice, we're gonna paint the Buick header panel, so that way we can get that done, get it together, get it ready. Like I said, I have, uh, according to my tracking number, I will be having the new front tires for the Buick here tomorrow. So I will be trying to get those tires mounted and bolt them up to the car. Well, I might not bolt them up to the car because I have to paint. So what I might do is leave the front wheels off the car from now on until that's painted. That's one less thing I'll have to mask up or worry about overspray. Um, so those tires will be here. I don't know if I told you guys I was having an issue with the Camaro with the battery box. So I have a new battery box for a sealed battery box coming for the Camaro. Looks like scheduled Friday. So I'm anxious to see and take measurements to see the difference. I know the box that's on the car right now is only 9 inches high, and I'm having an issue with um uh, the height of the battery. And then when I put the cables to it, the lid doesn't fit because everything sits too high. So the new battery box is 11 inches, which gives me 2 inches extra. So I'm hoping that should be enough that I can put the have the bigger battery in there that the car needs and run all the cables and still have the lid to seal it up. So that's the goal. We'll see how that is. Um, I have to make a phone call to Tom Goldman shop. I'm hoping tonight. I want to ask him some questions. I'm anticipating having a problem with wheel hop with the Buick when I put um, uh, the cheater slicks on. We can only with the stock wheels we can only go to a 255 6015 size cheater slick on the car without having clearance problems. So um, we're gonna we're gonna do that. We're gonna so in anticipation of that problem, I'm anticipating having a wheel hop problem with it when I go to race it. So I want to go ahead and try and get ahead of the curve and see what he recommends. The old trick, at least what we use in the Camaro, is we put airbags in the rear springs. And then what we do is we run them at different air pressures to compensate for that. So um, just bring her in, Sadie. Sorry, hang on. Sadie, just let her in. Uh, anyway, so in anticipation of that, hey, how we doing, Holly? Glad you checked in. Hopefully everybody's doing well. I've been out, like I said, I've been off the YouTube thing for a while with everything going on. Just let her in. I know, but she might need to come in if she's cold. Okay, remember it's really cold out. All right, Holly. How I been? I'm not even gonna lie. I'm doing a live. Why are we yelling?
Oh, me and Bunny were still on our dance party.
Oh,
it was so epic.
That's great. Wonderful. Did you let Jenna in?
No. Me and Bunny are having a dance party, but then she almost rushed out my diamond ring. You don't know what these bunnies.
Sadie, can you just let the dog in because of the fact it's cold? And I can't see for sure if the coyotes are out there or not. So just let her in.
Okay, you gonna watch her?
Yes. Yeah, see, I will. Please. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let me finish on my update with the cars, and then I'll kind of touch base. I know a couple people I've shared what's been going on with me the last couple months. So, Holly, since you're here, I will share that as well. So bear with me as I finish wrapping up here. So anyway, hey Jet, what are you doing, Jetta? Hmm? Yeah, you're a little cold. Yeah, okay. Stay here. You go grow. Want to say hi? Come here. Not like that. Oh, you silly doggy. All right. Okay. You want to lay down? Relax. Get warm. Okay. Yes, I know. All right, Jet. All right. So anyway, I'm going to talk to Tom about the wheel hop issue that I'm anticipating with the slicks for when we race it. I'm also going to I realized that we need to put a safety okay. Okay, got you. So also, the other big news is that, and some of you might have seen this on Facebook. Anybody who follows drag racing, that Sadie, what are we doing?
Oh, my puppy's here.
I'm trying to.
Puppy, but I'm just trying to find my doggy.
Why? IHRA bought Maple Grove Raceway. So there's a little bit of some turmoil there as far as the NHRA has been at Maple Grove Raceway for 60 some years. So now that IHRA has bought Maple Grove, there's a whole riff with that, yada, yada, yada. So basically, Lloyd and I have been going over the safety rules for both NHRA and IHRA. And we're trying to see if we need to make changes to the cars so that way when we go, we can pass tech inspection. So basically, both rule books are just about identical. The Camaro is fine. The Camaro should pass a safety tech inspection with flying colors. However, the only problem with the Buick will be that we don't have a drive shaft safety loop on the car. So that will entail us taking the carpet up, taking out the seats, and then locating where the loop is, drilling through the floorboards, possibly welding some reinforcement plates, and doing all that. So yeah. Wow. Okay. Anyway, to position my camera. So
Come on, puppy.
we
Oh yeah.
You see what Mom wants?
Yep, I'll call her.
All right.
I can call her.
Just tell her I'm in the middle of something. Oh my God. Anyway, so we're gonna put a safety loop on the Buick. That way, and then we also want to put a dry cell battery in the Buick, just to be kind of above and beyond the safety requirements of IHRA. And plus, then we could run either IHRA drag racing at Maple Grove and still run NHRA drag racing at Island Dragway, which is in Great Meadows, New Jersey. So that's kind of the plan we're at right now. So between, we're going to get the Buick ready, and the Camaro should be fine once we swap out the battery box. So that should be good. I think we'll be ready. We just want to make sure that the trailer's good and other stuff. So we're going to do that. Now, getting back to what I've been up to and why there's been big absences between each lives. Yes, just family stuff. Some stuff I've been struggling with, just with the passing of my father. And I knew the day was going to come when I'd have to deal with it. And it hit me like head on, hard. I am finally, after about a month or 5 weeks, I'm finally sleeping through the night. I'm finally sleeping. Wasn't sleeping. That was the big thing. So I'm kind of getting into the groove of things. Was taking ashwagandha, and that seemed like it helped. I'm at the point now I don't have to take that now to sleep and whatever, to relax and just function. I still have some, I don't know, flashbacks as far as, for lack of a better term, because I was there when he took his last breath. So watching that and having that replay is kind of, I mean, some people think it's good because it gives you closure. Some people, it all depends. However you process it, everybody grieves and moves on in different ways. So that's kind of what I've been struggling with. It's just my own, I hate to say my own mental health, but maybe it is. I don't know. But I have been wrestling with that. And then people saying how the first year always sucks because every holiday, birthday, it's true. Thanksgiving was terrible. My birthday wasn't much better. Christmas was really empty. And New Year's probably won't be much better. It's just kind of, for me, it's just like another day. So probably I'm just going to sleep in and just, try and get through it. Just not for love, not for pity or for anything. Just that's reality right now for me. Frankly, I'm looking forward to warm weather. Ugh, can't talk. Warm weather. Getting the race cars ready, getting these paint jobs going on. Um, Especially the vet needs some paint work. So I'm looking forward. I gotta repaint the wing on it. Like I said, the hood. Got this new additive I'm gonna mix in the paint that hopefully will help eliminate any paint cracking. Um, some people might have joined in when I was in the middle of the conversation about the fuel injection. So I'm up in the air. I really don't get too involved with awesome paint work until I have it running 100%. I'm still on the fence about the carburetor for the Corvette. I'm not 100% sold on it. I really liked the Holly Sniper system when I had it on there. And I should have just seen about putting another one on because the car ran just amazing on that particular fuel injection setup. It was actually scary. It ran so good. However, um, as far as upfront cash, carburetor, since there's a carburetor in the car when I bought it, I put a carburetor bag on it. I've been struggling with trying to get that dialed in. So I want to make sure that's all sorted out before I go ahead and start ripping in, redoing paint and relaying stripes and all that stuff. Because that's something I'm gonna have to do when I paint it. Is it's at the point where I'm gonna have to basically sand everything just about off, and then I'm gonna have to relay stripe and uh, lay those all out, make sure they're straight, the spacing's correct, yada yada yada. There is, I don't mind doing it. Actually, it's one of the things I enjoy doing is when you get to the point when you can lay out, your stripes. That's cool to me. So yeah, we might end up doing that. We'll see how that all pans out. Um, but a big thing is make sure it's running right. Also making sure we get some track time to get the cars out. I got to get the decals made for both the Camaro and the Buick. And I have to find somebody who can do vinyl work. I do have a sketch. I don't know where I put it, but we're gonna have the hashtag "Do It for Hank." 1943 to 2025 is going to be what the decal will be. It's going to be kind of plain, nothing really exotic. I just have to figure out what size to have it laid out so it's visible but not gaudy. You know what I mean? That's the hard part to figure out for that. But that'll be something I'm going to work on real soon. Is getting that figured out, getting those decals made, and getting those decals on the car so they're ready to go. So that's kind of where we're at. My big thing was just I wanted to give a shout out to Colors and Emmaus, Pennsylvania, for their helping me out today big time. They basically, what blew me away, not only did they help me figure out the paint issue with the cracking, but they also took time out of their day to actually, they have a camera. It's a special camera that they use, and they lay this camera like I can't like the paint codes on the Buick. It's an 1986 Buick, so these paint codes are like 40 years old. So chances are they're invalid because they're so old. The code's only good for so long. So what they did is they have a special camera. So they take a clean spot of your car, whatever paint you want, and they lay this camera literally lays on your car. And it takes, I forget how many, it takes like 7 pictures or something of this one spot. It's maybe the spot's only like maybe that big. And what it'll do is it'll take that and it'll go through and it has filters and program whatever. I don't even know how they do it. But through the magic of all that is it comes up with a paint code of more modern paint mixtures. So that way, let's say like I have to paint the header panel on the Buick. So what I can do now is instead of trying to give them the paint code that's on the trunk lid, that's most excuse me, that is most likely antiquated, invalid, it creates a new one that will match. So at that point, I can go to Colors or a paint shop, give them that code, and they'll mix that, tells them exactly how to mix the paint. So I should have a just about a perfect match. Now, granted, I mix it right and spray the air pressure right and everything else and mix it correctly. So, um, so that's basically, they took time to do that today for me. So I'm kind of excited. Um, I did call Will back from at Colors, and he said he had uploaded everything, and he does have a match of a paint code for the Buick. So I'm pretty stoked about it. So I told him after the new year that I'm going to have a quart, if he could mix up a quart, and then that way I have that on hand for when the weather gets nice and I can start repainting the front header of the Buick, and then hopefully get that put back together so it's ready for the upcoming season. And in the meantime, do the other work to the Buick. So that's where we're at with those. Trying to think if there's anything else. Not really. I think I covered everything. Because yeah, the Camaro, we have the battery box issue that we're going to resolve. Also, we have the um, um, tires coming tomorrow for the Buick, which are the stock size. So they should look better and more correct on the car. And like I said, I talked to Tom tonight and see what he recommends as far as wheel hop control for the Buick for the G body, since the Buick Regal is a G body. I want to get with him what he recommends using. There is, I mean, yes, we used airbags. The problem is with running full exhaust, where the airbags would be inside the springs is where the exhaust pipes run. So you have a heat issue, which could either, dry them out and they could pop, other things as well. So I'm going to see if he has any other ideas that we could do for um, controlling wheel hop. So I will check into that and I will keep you guys updated what we decide to do. Hopefully, I don't want to do anything majorly invasive because the Buick is an all original piece. So I don't want to hack into it, rip it up, whatever. So um, I want to keep it as original as possible, which is a bit of a challenge because that's kind of what we're going at here. At one point, I was going to get lightweight wheels for the car, but then I was like, if I do that, that's going to take away from the originality. And then nobody's really going to, I mean, if I show up at the track with cheater slicks mounted on factory wheels, that's more of a, that would be more of an eye popper than something that's sitting on, drag lights or something. So we're going to go with a little bit smaller drag tire, which should be fine for that car on the stock wheel. And that should be that should get some attention and kind of get the word out to try and see if we can get um, a Turbo Buick event started, or if not a group, start something up, and then under the umbrella of Do It for Hank. But we're gonna see how that all pans out. That's down the road. Right now, we just want to get the car running the way it should be, and do some passes with it and have some fun. And hey, let's see where this leads to. We don't know. But ultimately, though, the Camaro will be our main focus. We're going to run that. That's going to be our bracket car, always has been. Um, we're going to see, too, about getting the Camaro up on the dyno. We're going to do most likely, if we're able to get that done before track opens, we're gonna do some video on Dyno Day with the Camaro, and maybe for once we'll get some numbers down on what it's making. So we'll see. Stay tuned for that. And that's it. Other than freezing up my Katusha's off, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm just gonna try and take it easy here. I think tomorrow I'm just gonna sleep in and be lazy. So yeah. But anyway, I may do a video tomorrow of unboxing the tires when they get here for the Buick. So yeah. But anyway, that's gonna be it for now because I gotta go check on the laundry and make sure that's all good and get some other stuff done. So anyway, till next time, watch out for each other, take care of each other, and we'll see you next time right here on Big E's. And don't forget to do it for Hank. Take care, everybody.